Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But I'll come back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. It is midnight once again, where I'm at. So you know what that means. It's Midnight Ramen that you're listening to. With me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing okay. I already said that. That's fine. I'm a little. I'm not in deep yet, but let's just say I'm drinking for sure. Occasion, none. Reason, yeah. So, before we talk about stuff, I obviously got to do my stuff that I do usually. If you want to watch this live or watch this happen live and interact and stuff and whatever, the blah, 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 go to twitch.tv/meltalurk original, all one word. I mean, you don't really have to search. I mean, you do, but you don't. I mean, yeah, just look it up. You know, / you can do it in the search bar, or you can do it in like literally the up thing / meltalurk original, all one word. You know, I don't think you even have to capitalize it there. So yeah, but you know, for Twitch viewers is right there, or even for YouTube people, it's up there. Yeah, but on Twitch though, the incentive is if you watch it there, you can see this happen live. You can interact with the live, and you can watch the after show that happens after the show, and then you can watch the VODs there as well. Of the after show too as well, until they're gone. And once they're gone, they're gone. But the edited podcast does show up on my YouTube channel, as I was talking about. Same thing. You could do it there, and you're good. But yeah, I've been doing some stuff recently with my contents, with a little bit of content stuff, actually on my YouTube channel, which is kind of nuts because like. I've been honestly just shit posting. I think I'm gonna start shit posting a little bit, but like the last one that I posted was about like Verbal Ace and his video that he paid $50,000 for, and that for some reason got like, fuck, if I have to look at it again, it's like 2,000 views. It was kind of a quick edit, kind of not. But like, you know how edits work. If you know how to edit a video and you've had any extent of doing it, yeah, it's like even like a minute video takes like an hour maybe, depending on what you want to do. If you're doing it from scratch, I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. It was very fun. Just like watching it go up to. And also my Twitch emote, some of the stuff that I do on there was changed around. Like I had this like yippee emote that I had for the longest time that's so barely visible. I'm just like, all right, I'm changing it out. And then I just changed it by doing by making it more aligned with the brand of the streams. I think it's also kind of with the because I like to use Comic Sans. Yes, it's easy to read, but the thing is, it's from Minnesota. I'm pretty dang certain I've already said this before, that Comic Sans was created for like an educational purpose, sort of in the same vein as Oregon Trail. it was created for an educational purpose, but people were like, oh shit, this thing slaps, or this thing, like Comic Sans, is weirdly cringy or whatever. And I think it kind of fits. I honestly think it does. It's easy to read, but also, yeah. I like doing that. I like doing that with my videos and stuff like that. But this next one that I'm posting, kind of, if it's a trend, but at the same time, it's something that I like and it's funny. I know one of my Discord pals is gonna love it for sure. For sure. Yeah. And I kind of spoiled it for my girlfriend because we're watching what it's based on, or what this week's video is based on, and some of the stuff is spoilers. Even though, like, at this point, if you haven't known, you know. But whatever. I'm getting drunk off that vino. I'm drinking that Josh wine, you know. Hold on. I got that Merlot from that Josh Merlot. Focus. Hello. It's a little bright. Yeah. I just wanted to get some Josh. I want to get Josh the frick up, dude. And honestly, for the price that it is, I feel like it could be more of a full body wine. Like, I feel like it feels very watery, or like, just like the flavor isn't fully there, and I feel like it could be like better, you know? Like, I feel like it needs a little bit more. But I'm not even, I think this is my second cup, or technically third. This is my third. Second tech. I had one earlier, like way earlier when I had dinner, but this is like kind of my second. I'm not like filling it up all the way either, because like, what, you don't do that with a wine. You don't do that with a wine glass. Why would you ever do that with a wine glass? If you do that, you're setting an example for something else other than drinking. And I'm not like implying anything there, but you're not drinking. So yeah, we getting Josh the F up. Whew. Yeah, it I feel like the flavor isn't fully there. I feel like if it either one ages a little bit longer, because this wine is like from hold on, or at least this one was vintage 2022, so it's not super long ago, but still, like, I feel like if you give it some time, like, certainly it's gonna be very good, maybe. But I don't know much about wine, and I don't know that sort of stuff. But the drunkest I've ever gotten, was in 2020. It was during this thing. I feel like I might have already told this story before. It was during this, and when I was in college, it was during this thing called MMEA. It was like Minnesota Music Educators Association, basic, or something to that acronym. And what, so one, after like practice, it was like all of us from the university got together that were in the band or whatever. We all walked over to this bar nearby the hotel that we were at, and in Minneapolis, and we all, we got food and stuff like that. So what I had at the bar, I've already been there before because I think the previous year I've already done it at that point. But what I got at the bar, I got I think it was like a core seltzer, just like a seltzer, a hard seltzer there, and some like fire, like red mozzarella sticks. I don't know exactly what they were, but it comes up later. It was like red. It was very red. I think it was supposed to be hot. It was like mozzarella sticks, but I can't remember. I don't remember that well of what I had there. But then afterwards, me and a couple of like roommates, or like, room people, and like some of, people that were with us were like, hey, let's go to Target nearby. And so we went to Target, and then me and my other horn buddy, we both went to the alcohol. We went to the alcohol because we could, and we got. I'm trying to remember what we got. We got like a 6-pack of Mike's was it? I can't. It was. I feel like it was Mike's. No, it was Angry Orchard, and a bottle of Svedka, and some Powerade, like blue Powerade Zero, which, fuck, that was a bad idea. And so when we get back to the hotel room, we started playing Cards Against Humanity. And I still have like a snap from that night. I gotta find it exact though, but I still have a snap from that night in which, like, it was like kind of early on, but like everyone was still like solid conscious of what was happening. But I have to find it. Or when I do find it, I'll keep on saying it. But so we get back to the hotel room. We start playing Cards Against Humanity, and we start, we pregame with I think everyone took like one, or depending on the situation, one or maybe two of the Angry Orchard / Mike's Hard. I feel like it was an Angry Orchard, but at the same time it was kind of in that, like, it's soda-y, but it's also a hard whatever alcoholic drink. I can't remember exactly. I'd have to like remember really well, and I was drunk that night, so the memory of that one, not gonna be too well. But yeah, that was a fun game so we played some Cards Against Humanity, and then afterwards, that's when we started doing the mix of Svedka and Powerade, blue Powerade Zero, which in the span of like 20 minutes or so, and it was like, I gotta remember the size of the cup. I want to say, when you go to like an event and they have like small cups of water, like that size, like kind of more or less half and half of vodka to, I say a little bit less of vodka, a little less of vodka maybe, but kind of near-ish equal parts of vodka and Powerade Zero. And you could probably guess I wasn't in the best of states afterwards. Oh yeah, I found the snap. It's so, to preface this, we were also drunk, and some of the words of this are just really bad, really really bad. But it's very very white. So I'm just gonna put it on the screen. Just show it on the screen. But what it says for the listeners, the prompt was: here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors, and there's blank. And the answers are the Pope, white privilege, white people, a white ethno-state, and incest. So yeah, that was like, we were pre-gaming more or less at that point. We were like, I think at that time we were probably like at least halfway through our like, beer or whatever. Angry Orchard, Mike's Hard, I don't know. I think we got kind of both. I think maybe. I'm not sure. Because I feel like there was an offset of numbers of who was getting what. But then, yeah, I had like 4 or 5, like, kind of half and half shots or mixed drinks of Svedka, which, like, I'm a fucking fish when it comes to drinks. Just in general. Like, I'm not like a chugger. Like, I don't chug very well, like say Badlands chugs or any of those guys that do that sort of thing. Or the guy that's like, I can't talk right now, I'm making piss. I can't do that. Although it would be pretty cool if I know how to do that, or if I could do that, or like train myself to do that. That would be pretty cool. But nevertheless, like I didn't really feel it, for a while. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I could drive. And it's like, fuck no, I couldn't. It's like, oh, I'm like doing like straight line walks, just being like, oh, I'm sober. I'm like, oh, I'm okay, which is a dangerous slope, and I would not have never advise driving drunk. Don't do that. Especially when you know you're like you cannot. Like I was at the point where like I was really trying at that point where I'm like, ooh, how on straight is my line? But then I was like lying on the bed, and I felt the world turn, and I feel like it was clockwise, or I felt the world turn from like to my right. I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm like, I felt it a couple of times. So like the first I'm like, whoa, that was weird. And then it happened a couple more times, like, oh boy, that was weird. So I moved over from like lying on the bed to a chair. And then I felt it again and again and again. I'm like, this ain't good, Chief. And I started walking over to the bathroom, and I started feeling, and then I just sprinted, like full on sprinted the rest of the way to the toilet just to vomit it out. It was awful. But there's one thing about it too. Yeah, I just vomited all of it out. It was like clear. It was clear. Except, as I was talking before, for the like mozzarella sticks that were like kind of red, I was barfing up red. So I'm like, am I dying? But I'm like, wait a minute. I was somehow conscious enough to realize, no, you're barfing up that red dye from the food. It was so nuts. And it only happened like twice, maybe three times. So it was like the initial barf. I'm like, all right, I'm done. Nope. And then again, I did it again. And it's like, I think I slept in the bathroom that night. I totally think I totally slept in the bathroom that night, because like I just couldn't. Because like if I did happen to like, be in a bed or something like that and I had to go, I'd have to go across the entire room to get to the toilet. That was not going to be a good situation. Hell nah. And I was definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna lie down here after that. But luckily enough, I didn't barf in the middle of the night, and to make sure that like, I was doing okay. But then the next day was our performance, and then my parents were like, yeah, the whole horn section was hungover, which is crazy because the whole horn section from our university didn't drink together, not the whole thing. Although it's funny that we were all hungover. We were totally hungover. Like, I honestly didn't feel it. I didn't think I was. I had a little bit of like, maybe a little bit of a headache, but like not really. Like I was fully on. I was ready to go and doing stuff. But I didn't feel like I was hungover, so I don't know. But yeah, that's my story of the drunkest I've ever been. And I think that deserves some Josh right now. Drinking Josh. I think my personal favorite, my personal drink of choice. I personally like spacing out. of the alcohol a little bit. But I think my drink of choice, or like if I'm drinking a beer, I'm drinking a Corona Big Wave. I don't know why, but I feel like that's my beer because I like it. Like me and some of the guys from my work, my job, we go out to drinking sometimes after work at a bar nearby. And I was like, I don't really know what my, sort of drink that I would get. And then for someone's birthday, it was like my cousin's birthday, or was it my birthday? It wasn't my birthday. I think it was like for a cousin or an uncle or something like that. I think it might have been for my uncle and sort of my mom because they have the same birthday. Um, we went to this one restaurant and they had beer. I'm like, huh, I have a Kona big wave, and I down that shit fucking easy. And usually, like when I'm drinking alcohol, if I can like feel it, I do like a I'll probably do the face again if anyone's watching the video. Like I have like a kind of like face a little bit where like like I cringe a little bit. Yep, cheers. Even though I'm not drinking yet. But like not in a bad way, just like a ooh. If you're drinking like a cold thing, you're like or eating something very hot, you're like sort of like that kind of face. I feel like I don't know. But like the harder it is, it's like or if you're eating something sour. I feel like that's kind of the thing, is like that's the best analogy. It's like, oh, you ate like a sour candy and you're like, that's bitter. Or something like that. But yeah. But I don't really like with a nice cold one. Ooh. I don't think I've ever have, and it's so freaking good. I like it. I personally like it. I know people have their own preferences and stuff like that. But yeah, if I have a drink of choice, it's gonna be a tall Kona Big Wave. I love it. But the other drink I do like doing, or some I like slushy drinks, slushy fruity drinks. Like say a margarita. I love that. Just putting anything in a slushy is freaking amazing to me. Cause like when I was a kid, and we went to the movies, like I mean, we weren't that bad off, but like I always like restrained myself because like I loved ices and stuff like that, but I never got them because like there's like a specialty drink, sort of, more or less. You don't go to a fountain thing and pour your own cup most of the time. Um, but but when you are able to, you mix it a little bit. But at a movie theater, I'm like, oh, I really want to get one of those, but I never did. And as I got older, obviously, I'm like, hey, I really want to get some icy, so I did that. And especially like going to like a Marcus Theater. Shout out to Marcus Theaters. Marcus Theaters are freaking amazing. I love them. They're my theater of choice. Freaking okay. AMC may have Nicole Kidman doing the national anthem of movie theaters, but do they have Greg Marcus? Hell no. Hell no. He doesn't tell you to turn off your phone. He may mention it, but he doesn't tell you to do it. He doesn't tell you to do it, but also, it's freaking cool. Like Daddy Marcus, that's like the meme. It's Daddy Marcus, but like he's hip. He's cool. He's hip. Yeah, I love going to Marcus Theater. Having like, although like with AMC they have like loyalty, especially whatever group. If you like subscribe per month, you can get like see a shit ton of movies. But does it compare to $5 Tuesdays? Does it, I don't know if they still do it anymore, but does it compare to Thursday premieres where if you say, if you're a student or claim to be, uh, you can go to a Marcus Theaters and get a very cheap ticket for a movie that's like premiering. And that's like how I saw like a lot of the Avengers and stuff like that, or Marvel movies, or movies in college, is just going on the premiere on the Thursday night, or when I could, when I wasn't working, or doing it on Tuesdays. It's going to a Marcus Theater because, like, I love Marcus Theaters. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about alcohol and slushies. A little bit of a side tangent. I love Marcus Theaters, guys. I love it. Unsponsored sponsor. But, like, I love slushy drinks. Or I love like fruity drinks. Like even when I was up in Fargo the other week, I went to Space Aliens and they had like I think a Malibu or something, I can't remember exactly the drink. It was sweet. Like I could go like 2, 3, 4, like 4 deep into that. But I have to stop. I literally only stopped with like 2 drinks because I had like a beer. I had a tall Kona Big Wave, and then one of them I'm like, I have to stop. If I drink more, I'm going to be shit-faced. Even though my hotel is nearby, I do not want to die on the way back. I do not want to have another episode. That's not fun. That's never fun. But yeah, I'm honestly thinking let's open up some magic cards. I want to open up some magic cards right now. We're going to do the regular roll. We got a D4, 4 packs of. We got Ramen Remastered. We got a collector booster if we roll a 4. So, if you know the rules, you know the rules. But we roll the dice until we roll 2 numbers twice. A D4. So let's go. And I don't really like opening 1, so 1. I'm not gonna open 1. Let's be honest. It's more of a 4. Oh shit! I didn't want to open the other one. I didn't want to open the collector, but okay. Okay, we're doing it. All right. All right, first pack. If I can open it. Okay. That's the thing I hate about these packs, is that they're so fucking, like recently, Magic packs have been so freaking tough to open. Like, I shouldn't be manhandling it like this. I shouldn't be doing that. Like, I get there's a tab to help it, like, open better, but it shouldn't be like that. Although, recently, the other day, I did just buy the Secret Lair Raining Cats and Dogs. I'm so for that. I was already kind of building one like long ago. I had one kind of in place because I have the Renin series from it originally, but I never really got deep into building it. But now I kind of already have it. All right, Footlight Fiend. I don't even know. Depravity, whatever. Don't care. Keymaster Rogue. Spellcaster Messenger, or Syndicate Messenger. Oh, Reborn Defense is not bad. Blind Hunter. Disembowel. Scorch. Spirit Token. All right, here we go. Ooh, Sacred Fountain. That's good. That's decent. All right, let's go. Lightning Helix. That's actually decent. That is decent. Let's go, Karn the Great Creator. That's like $20. I already had him originally from whatever printing he came from War of the Spark, but oh, he is busted. He is absolutely busted. Stalking Vengeance and Civic Saber and something else. I don't care. That's okay. Good first pack. Godly first pack. Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get anything better than that. I'm not gonna lie. Probably not. Maybe not. Maybe in the collector pack, but we'll see. Both a Shockland and Karn? That's nuts. Alright, so I think the pack trick is gonna be right there. Yeah, Karn. Oh. Angelic Exaltation. Mayhem Devil. Okay, I want to make a deck with this. This is pretty good. Horn Collar, whatever. Slitherhead? Sprouting Renewal? Something. Voldokin, whatever. Syndicate Messenger again. Wojak Horseman. Demir House Guard. Like, this art is old, but like, look at that. Look at that. That's a good art. Is it a pool? No, it's John something. John Selleck. It feels like a pool. Like a John Pool, but it isn't. It is a John still. So my name is right. Ooh, Boros Signet. Orzhov Guildgate. Okay. Blazing Archon. Oh. Interesting. Blazing Archon. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. We're only like that's good. That's very good. We're hitting some very good packs tonight. I'm starting to feel it. I'm really starting to feel it. You know what? Cheers. Oh. See? What the hell? Alright. Anyways. Band Together. Morning Thrall. Yeah, that's right. Morning Thrall. Repeal. You know, I'm not going to care. You know, I could probably just do it the regular way that it's supposed to be, but fuck it, I'm stupid. Spirit. Demir Signet. What is it? Oh, this is good. Persistent Partitioners. That's actually very good. That's a very good card. If I can get... Damn it. Ooh, whatever. Non-token creature you control dies. Interesting. Fungal Rebirth? And that feller. Are you joshing me? I am joshing. I'm joshing hard, dude. Drinking that bird. Okay, that was 3 packs. Okay. So. I rolled a 4. I have to open it. I really, like, honestly, I didn't want to open this pack tonight. But I rolled it in a way that I had to, so. It is what it is. Opening the collector booster. My only other collector booster that I got out of this, so. Oh well. I'm not kidding. I don't know if I'll get another. Maybe. But might not be on stream. Holy. This is what I'm talking about. Because, like, I legit cannot open this. Oh. I almost pissed my pants there. Jesus. I don't want to spoil it. I think right about there. Boom. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's Condemn. Skewer the Critics. Borrow Signet. Demir Gilmage, Orzhov Gilmage, Gate Colossus, Thrill Kill Assassin, Vidoken Wood Wild Canter, Wojak Horseman, Sapperling Token, ooh, Infernal Tutor. Oh. Oh, it has Hellbent. That's crazy. Interesting. Ooh, got the Krenko mob boss in that art. And then Sacred Foundry in the retro frame. That's worth something. There. And then Priest of the Forgotten Gods, sacrifice 2 other creatures. And Demir House Gift. That one was pretty good. The other one wasn't that great, but this one honestly not that bad. I think the best one though, still, if I have to look, and I don't think I wanna, is the I'm gonna personally look, but I feel like the best card of that one was the Karn. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Especially with the different treatments. High to low. I feel like Karn has to be up there. I really want to get a Cloudstone Curio. I really do want to get Cloudstone Curio. But fingers crossed. Yeah, Karn, the Great Creator's $7.99. Not bad. And actually, Sacred Foundry, actually, the regular one is $18.99. So technically the one that I did get, if I look in the shop variants, is probably worth significantly more. I think. Yeah, Sacred Foundry with the retro frame is $19.99. Like, I'll prove it. Yeah. And then Karn was the $7.99. But I'm not gonna digress on that one. So yeah. Also, Guardian Pride just not that bad either. So it's kind of weird that Sacred Foundry is high as it is, because white typically tends to be, in a weird way, a lesser color. Whatever. I'll drink to that. But recently, white has gotten a lot of good stuff. Kind of a master of none sort of thing, but a lot of good stuff. But it's episode 66. Let's talk some Star Wars. So, I don't know what kind of Star Wars things I want to talk about. I really didn't think this through. But I want to talk some Star Wars. So, was it a mistake on Lucasfilms or George Lucas to basically make it impossible to find a Star Wars holiday special? Yes. It was a mistake, but it was a mistake that he made it lost media, and then people found it and then it exploded on the internet. It absolutely exploded on the internet. Even before The Force Awakens, so that's kind of nuts. No, like, I remember with Star Wars, or like, is the sequel trilogy, like, I lived through the prequel and the sequel trilogy, but like, the prequel trilogy, or the sequel trilogy, it should be more. It was interesting. Whoa. Focus. Because, like, I remember being in high school, like, I was gonna go watch it on the premiere day, like, on the Thursday that it came out, but I didn't. And then that Friday, people were, like, holding back, trying to spoil it, like, legitimately. Like, I've never seen a movie, even, like, Endgame, like, no one no, like there were people that went to the movie and were like like physically holding their tongue to avoid saying things. It was so wild when The Force Awakens came out. It was nuts. I remember sitting in like a science class and like some of the guys that I knew went to it, like like physically like showed that they went to it. They were like, yeah, they were legitimately trying to hold their tongues. It was wild. And I don't think any other movie since then have I ever seen that. Ever seen that. And I was a junior. I think I was a junior in high school. Yes. Yes. That sounds right. Yeah, that is right. And then freshman year of college, when I went to see The Last Jedi, I was playing with the college band for graduation for the winter semester or whatever for that. And for while we like during like our lunch break or something like that. I think yeah, it was our lunch break. We got pizza, but then I don't know who brought it in, but they brought like uh, a thing of like Pepsi products. And then some of the like they were like tall bottles. Like I wouldn't say 1 liter bottles, but like just under. They were kind of skinnier than 1 liter bottles, but they were just as tall if you got like a 1 liter bottle, maybe two, maybe a two. Like if you go to a gas station and get one of those, like 1 liter, like bigger than like a regular bottle, but like not like a 2 liter. It was kind of as tall as that, but skinny, like a regular bottle. So I brought 4 of those when I went to saw that one. And I had just the wildest piss during the casino scene. The absolute wildest piss. Because like I just could not hold it anymore. It was like I did not want to leave, but I'm just like, there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way. And when they were down there, I'm like, I seem to go to it. Sprint to the bathroom, sprint back. It was yeah, that was nuts. I don't really have a crazy story for uh what's the last one? What is the last one? What I legitimately just forgot what the last Star Wars movie was. But it is recently been confirmed by Daisy Ridley that she like talked with Kathleen Kennedy last year or like late last year or something like that. I don't remember. She didn't. I don't remember when she said she did, but she is doing another Star Wars film project, whatever. That is, she confirmed that she's doing another one, which hell yeah, why not? Although I wasn't a huge fan of how the sequel trilogies went. Some of that is being basically remedied by the Star Wars shows that have came out since then, like Mandalorian, Bad Batch, Ahsoka, stuff like that. Especially ones that do take place post Clone War, or not post Clone Wars, post Return of the Jedi. A lot of those have been like filling in the gaps and saying like, oh, this makes sense. Oh, so this is the thing that they needed to make Snoke, or this or that, or blah 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 blah. This makes more sense than the reason that was in the movie. It gives justification as to why it makes sense. Or instead of like the last film was like, oh yeah, Palpatine is still alive. He never died in the first place. He just, I don't know, transferred his soul to a different body, I guess. Which, it's weird that like I think the theory like going into the last film, which again, could I look it up? Yes. I don't want to because why would I do that? The Force Awakens. Should I don't know. I like bullets like gun to my head. I just say pull the trigger. I don't remember. Could I remember it? Sure. I just can't right now. But like even with like some of the ones that were filling in the gaps, like or the spin-offs, like Rogue One and that were pretty good. What was I talking about? But like I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna take a drink and then think about what I want to do. This is 3, 4. I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little drunk. But this is not even near to where I was originally. That one thing. Yeah, I don't have any crazy story about the final Star Wars film that I saw, or the final one in that trilogy. I think they might have taken a little time off in between. I can't remember, but like that one just kind of didn't, And even when like the editing and stuff like that, like the final scene where they're on whatever Sith planet it was. Like some of the ships that they were showing were like carbon copies. Like you can see, I think you can probably see the Millennium Falcon again in the back somewhere else. Which like, yeah, the ship model itself can be replicated, but like the Millennium Falcon, no. Yeah. It's crazy that ship is so fast, even though it doesn't look like it is. The aerodynamics of that ship do not make sense. Do not make sense. Probably for the size of it, it probably does. For like a cargo ship, it does make sense. But like saying that it's the fastest, like a very fast ship, is honestly, in my opinion, incorrect. It just feels like a false statement because it's a big ship. It's not like a huge ship, but it's a big ship. It's a big ship. I just think it's very. I think that the reasoning that people are like saying, oh, it did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, even though it's more of a feat of what Han was able to do, which they clarified in Solo, or just like detailed in Solo, because I think originally they said it kind of meant it as like a thing of time rather than distance. And Han shot first. George Lucas has a shirt on. There's like an image of him wearing, like, not photoshopped, him wearing a shirt that says Han shot first. And Han definitely did. Han definitely did shot first. But then Disney kind of headed up. Like, who cares? No one does. Like, Guido was a bad guy. So, who cares? He was like dealing drugs or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm definitely drunk. Okay, the theory that like, okay, that's what I was thinking about. So the theory that in the last film, whatever it was, what was it? Like, the theory was that it was going to be Darth, not Sidious, or his basically his master, when he was telling in the third movie, and someone can probably correct me on this, not Darth Plagueis, that's what it is. So Darth Plagueis, or the story that I was talking about with Anakin in like the weird fucking water sphere ballet thing, like that was like saying, oh yeah, I'm Darth Plagueis, I'm trying to basically stay alive through my apprentice, or just a story of how I'm doing it. And he tells Vader directly, like, yeah, that's how I did it. Which kind of makes sense, because then when Palpatine dies, he comes back. But it's also weird because he's not Vader, because he dies. So I think because Vader died directly after he did, I think his spirit just like kind of like sat there until he had a vessel to go into, maybe, which was Snoke or something like that. I don't know. I feel like they might explain it, maybe. I haven't finished Mandalorian. I'm on the latest season, but I'm not like deep into it. I haven't watched the Lizzo episode, is all I'm saying. I have not watched it. The Lizzo Jack Black episode. I have not watched it. Yet. Honestly, today I might just do that. Just catch up. I don't know. I have plans and things to do. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, it was a thing that like, oh, Palpatine is really Darth Plagueis, but I don't think that ever came to fruition. And even if it did, it was kind of just swept under the rug in the last film. It's like, oh yeah, no, Palpatine's back. Like, Palpatine himself is back, which that again like just does not make sense. Like, his old body is exactly the same. I mean, obviously older and like attached to a fucking machine, but like it just does not make sense, you know? I don't get it. I never understood it. I never got why they wanted to do that. So, oh my gosh, yeah. I'm gonna finish this drink. We're getting draped up on. Yep, there it is again. We getting draped up on that, Josh. Like, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. That this Josh is bad at all. I just feel like it needs to be more full body for me to like truly enjoy it. Because I feel like it's a little watery, and that like allows for the alcohol or the flavor to not. I feel like the flavor's not fully there. It needs to be more full body. But that's probably something that comes with time. I don't know. But it's for as cheap as it is, and for as much as you get, it's not bad. And for the meme, it's good. It's really good. It's decent enough. And honestly, like, I could unironically, and I'm not gonna do it. But like, I could unironically, like, oops, I drank the whole bottle. Hee hee. Yeah, I could totally do that by accident. Man. It's good stuff though. Like, I'm aware of what's going on. I'm totally aware of what's going on. But like, yeah, I'm trying to be a little quiet too. But also like, I could tell I'm drunk. Well, definitely a bit. Mm-hmm. A little bit. But yeah. Honestly, it's, in comparison to like if I was tired, it would kind of be the same. Like, yeah. So definitely this after show is gonna be really weird. Which, speaking of that, I think it might be close to it, but I want to talk a little bit more Star Wars. So, who says I can't go over? Me. I'm the one that says I can't, but do I care? No. I like Star Wars. I'm a fan of Star Wars. Like Mando. I haven't watched Ahsoka. I really need to watch Ahsoka. I watched Book of Boba Fett. Like if I watch The Bad Batch, I have to watch. I feel like I have to watch the Clone Wars, which I don't think you don't have to, but you kind of want to or should, because the reason that they're the Bad Batch is because I don't think they followed Order 66. Either that or they were just like rebels, or like quote unquote rebels within their whatever squadron. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. But they're releasing a final season for that soon? Or it's starting to release? I don't remember. But yeah, the final season of that one's coming. And kudos to them. Kudos to them. Kudos to the people working on those shows. Like, as much shit as Kathleen Kennedy takes when she kind of, I'm not gonna lie, honestly deserves some of it. Deserves a lot of it. Like, the stuff that she's doing with the stuff that she's like, from the top, she's like okaying, like saying like the other like the spin-offs. Like, I think Solo's a decent film. I think Solo's decent. It's not better than any of the other films. It's probably better than maybe 1 and 2, but it's not great. It's not the best, but it's very nice. It's very good. They polished it very well. But like the stuff that they do with the with the Star Wars IP recently is not that bad. It's not that bad. So, yeah. I know they're trying to do like New Republic stuff, which is kind of weird because like that's thousands and thousands of years before the Battle of Yavin, or the first Death Star explosion, which like their Jesus moment, their quote unquote Jesus moment is the Death Star, the first time the Death Star exploded. The first time. But everything else before that is before that. And then everything else after that. Duh. But it's weird. So everything after, basically everything after episode 1 is AD, but everything before that is BE. More sense. Or everything after it is CE. Common Era or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? DCE, CE, I don't know. I need to end it. So. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Melt Original. All one word. I'm definitely going to hydrate after this. Get like a water. Because I really do want a water. Go to twitch.tv/Melt Original. All one word. You don't really have to honestly, you don't have to capitalize the ML to the M lyric and O in original, but if you want, you can in the search bar. Up in the like actual web browser thing, you don't have to if you do it that way. If you want to, if you want to watch this live and you want to interact and stuff like that, that's cool. Or you can go to you can watch the VODs of it, which are up to 2 weeks. But the edited podcast itself will be on YouTube, and all the other ones, all the other 65, now 66, will be on there as well. So yeah, and eventually, knock on wood, I get my ass to get it on other platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. That is like, I feel like my one New Year's resolution that I am uncertain because like I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I personally do not know. And I also release weekly videos too on my YouTube channel. Hey, I also have a TikTok, which yeah, I do stuff there as well. What else? Thank you to Gradients for the use of the song "Used to It" off the album The Calm. Good stuff. I know my adopted son Darian was playing at the university. I missed him a while ago or yesterday, but yeah. I think the only other member of it that needs to graduate is John. I think everyone else kind of does, or I don't know. I can't remember. I think John is the last one too. And I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to really feel it. So I should really end it here. Thank you for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. But as I look at the time, yeah, holy crap. Yeah, it is about time. It is actually technically 101. It is not midnight here anymore, even though whenever I do that, I've already like said that it is like past 1. So like sometimes it's like a lot of times I feel like it's 103, but whatever. But it's 101 right now. It's just like convenient. And plus the clock that I'm using, this clock that I use sometimes to not really to keep the time, but it's an external device to like keep the clock, is like wildly off. It says it's 102. It's not. It's definitely not 102 yet. It's like 30 seconds off, I feel like. At least. Sometimes more. Like, I've had this where it's like 5 minutes ahead. But I use it as a little alarm clock. Or not really alarm clock. Just like as a timekeeper. Like when I was at the apartment, I used it for that. Kind of kept me like going. Because I kept it ahead. But whatever. That's besides the point. I need to end it here. Thank you for listening, watching, doing what you do. But as I look at the time, it's not midnight here anymore. But it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.